Hey everybody, this is Glidercat and it's time to play. We're back in HexFactory. Let's get back to it. We got work to do. We got lots of work to do. All right. Last episode, we unlocked our permanent miners and our permanent furnaces, and we haven't yet built a permanent furnace. We're going to need, let's see what the recipe is for that. It's down here. Furnace, 5 steel and 5 concrete. We've got 6 concrete. We don't have any steel. My temp furnace, I just noticed I can't do anything but iron bars. So let's get our hub going on steel. We've got some coal over here in our permanent miner. I'm going to bring that over to the hub. I'll bring over this limestone too. We're not going to use that yet. I've got iron in my temp miner. Want a permanent furnace. Should we do, let's do one more temporary furnace. We'll drop one of those down. We got a bunch of iron, regular iron. And we'll just keep the iron smelting going by doing this. Boom, put that guy under here and grab those resources. Move the iron bars over to the hub. And move this iron ore into the temp furnace. We're going to need more coal. Delete this old one. And then we've got a temp miner somewhere out here. That's no longer needed. Looks like it's that one. Let's get rid of it. And escape to get out of deconstruction mode. Man, if you play this game, make sure you get out of deconstruction mode. I've deleted things I didn't want to in the past, so I learned the lesson. I hope. All right, more coal to our temp furnace. And so yeah, we're waiting on 5 steel bars. We want this permanent furnace here down at the bottom of the screen, and then we're eventually, soon after, we're going to want a miner on iron so we can keep that going. And we're obviously going to need more coal too. I'm going to take coal out of here a little bit. Oops, come on. Trying to get down there. There it goes. Split. Let's keep that iron furnace going. We could put temporary miners down. Maybe we'll do that for coal. There's our hub. I'm going to kind of try and stick around the hub. A little bit easier to find things. Let's get another temporary miner on coal. It seems like we're a little short on that. We've got one more ingot of steel after this one. And then we can build a permanent furnace and we won't have to mess with these temporary ones. And I think the permanent furnace should allow us to smelt up steel. So if we get a couple of those going, we can keep our hub working on concrete until we find a building that allows us to make concrete. We don't have one yet. Man, that temp furnace just dies so fast. Let's do another one. They're cheap. 2 iron bars for this. Boom and boom. And I can give him some of this coal. And we can get rid of the old one now. Oink. All right, we got our iron bars, or our steel bars. What we want to do now is permanent furnace. Where do we want to put that? Let's put it near where there might be some iron. Don't see a lot of iron around here. There's iron there and there's iron here. What about putting a furnace right on top of this mess? We're going to go with the permanent one. Boom. And we're going to put this guy on iron. So we'll move that guy over there. The next thing we want, let's see. Move this over here. I'm going to let our hub keep working on steel. I think the very next thing we want to build is a permanent miner on iron. Move over some limestone. Give this coal into the temp furnace. And maybe I can just hand mine a little bit of iron here. It's going to be really slow. Kind of just want to burn out that temp furnace over there. But yeah, next thing I think is an iron miner. 4 iron, that'll give him a little bit to do. We have a bunch of iron. I guess I should just build another temp miner here on iron if I can find a good resource of it. These are all kind of weak. Maybe right there. Let's do a temp miner here on iron. Coal miner is dead. Try and find it. Be this guy. Boom. You can go. There's our... Oh, I see. I had my deconstruct mode on and I accidentally deleted our temp furnace, which had resources in it. Oh, man, that's painful. That is painful to do and see. But pretty soon we'll be done with temp things completely. Tech tree wise, the next thing I think we're going to want is these belts. It's going to take 5 iron and 5 steel. But first I want to get a permanent iron miner. And we'll be able to do that here in a second. Here's our permanent smelter. Our furnace. Okay, we've got what we need. Let's put a permanent miner here on this iron deposit. Boom. You're going to be iron. I may actually leave that guy over here because we're going to belt that iron into this furnace soon. Give our furnace some iron and some coal manually. Our hub is waiting on coal. Maybe another temp miner on coal. And maybe I'll split this stack just so we can keep the hub going on these steel ingots. We need another 5 of those. And ideally, we'll be able to belt this iron. Let me make sure, yeah, I don't have deconstruct mode on. This iron into this furnace, and then we can belt coal in there as well. Coal there, iron over to this guy. Yeah, the hub is pretty slow. Pretty slow to process things. Get another temp miner that just died on iron. That was probably this guy. Kill you, and I'm going to put another one down. Just so we can keep the production up while we're waiting. Furnace needs coal. Yeah, our permanent coal miner seems kind of slow. He's on a deposit with 95% richness, but it's still slow. There's actually limestone there too. And this guy has coal too, 93%. 100%. 100%. Wait a second. Here, 93% coal, 99% limestone. This guy's fine doing what he's doing. Bring iron down there. We're just waiting on our hub. Make sure that guy has enough coal to do what it needs. Hub is down here. The end of that coal. Temporary miner. Guy here. Put you, and I'm going to put another one down. Trying to keep production moving while we wait. Eventually we'll get another furnace that can smelt steel. We won't have to wait on the hub, and it should be faster too. Boy, I'm tempted to do that next. But let's see. We've got simple belts. Let's unlock that. Boom. Let's see what those take. 5 iron bars and 1 steel. That's not too bad. Too bad at all. Our first belt will be getting this iron. Where are you, iron? That iron up there into this furnace on a belt. We just need 1 steel for that. Do it. It'll save us a little bit of time. Belts, I think you just click and drag these. Kind of like that. A warning comes up, not enough resource to buy the building, but that's can be ignored pretty much. Okay, now we're getting iron into our iron smelter. Be nice if we could do coal too. We do have a coal resource here and another one here. But only, oh man, yeah, 5 steel. Just trying to think of what we want to do next. I think we might want another furnace, but a furnace that's making steel for us. In fact, we could chain it off of this guy. Initially, take his iron and turn it and put it in here. Let's do that. So once we get permanent furnace is going to take us 5 steel, oh, and 5 concrete. Oh man, yeah, it's painfully slow here early on. Very slow. We got 23 iron bars with our little furnace here. We got a temp miner to get rid of. Might be this guy. What was he doing? Coal? No, he was doing iron probably, right? Let's, do I need it? I don't think I need it. Oops, there's another temp miner. You can see I'm in deconstruction mode. So easy to forget. That must have been the old coal deposit. Let's get rid of you. So what's next is, I think, another furnace. Another furnace so that we can put our hub. Whoops, I'm in deconstruct mode. So we can put our hub back on concrete, and then we'll have a second furnace just making steel for us. And then we're going to need, looks like, more coal. We're short on coal. Split this stack if I can. Throw some more into the furnace to keep that guy moving. So yeah, 1 more steel bar out of our hub. Then we can make another permanent furnace, and we'll probably plunk that guy down right here. He's going to need coal, maybe from next door. Yeah, water's all over the place. I don't think that's an issue. Cover it up here. Yeah, this isn't very rich block. All right, one more ingot. We'll do another furnace. Boom. Not enough resources. What else do I need? Oh, do I need concrete for this furnace? I think I do. Yep. Let's switch this guy over to concrete. Boom. And what do you need that you don't have? Water. I'm going to have to hand mine water. We haven't built any pumps yet. It's on the list. Oh man, we got lots to do. Yeah, I think we need 5 concrete. We got plenty of limestone. Coal is still an issue. We're going to need more permanent coal mines, a lot of them. But I think getting a steel furnace will allow us to put the hub on concrete permanently. It's so slow, and it's the only building we've got that can make concrete so far. Our furnace needs coal. Drag some of that over. Coal is an issue. I might need to mine some coal by hand here. All right, here comes our last concrete block or concrete bag that we need for another furnace. And I think we said we're going to put it right here. Boom, we got it. Furnace, you there. And then I think I can build a belt. Let's get our new furnace. We could name this if we want. Let's double click and call this steel furnace. And we can name this one iron furnace. Maybe iron furnace 1. These are going to be with us forever, pretty much. if we want. All right, steel furnace, I'm going to give you, we need coal desperately. Let me take half of his stack. Boom, out of the hub. Move that into here. You make us steel. And the hub is still making us concrete. We need water. I need water going into the hub, basically. Hub is here. Make sure I'm not in deconstruct mode before I click on it. Yeah, that's our hub. We got water next door. 98% water right there. I think a belt can do this. Let's build a water pump if we can, or plan for that to be the next thing. 5 iron, 5 steel, and 5 concrete. Oh man, is that painful. But I'm going to have to mine water until we get our 5 concrete. We've got steel being produced in our new furnace. We know we need to get more coal going. It's going to be tempting once we have 5 steel bars to build a coal mine next, actually. I'm going to take half of these iron bars out of the hub, move those into the steel furnace, and then move our coal in there. And the iron furnace is going to have to sit for a minute until I can get more coal production going. In fact, I may do that next, actually, is get coal. Need one more steel bar over at the right of the screen in our steel furnace. All right, there's 5 bars. Let's actually do coal. And I think I want to push coal into... I need it coming into the iron furnace too. Let's do that. Let's do that. Permanent miner. Not enough resources. What? Oh, we got to move the got to move our steel ingots into the hub in order to build. I'm going to put permanent coal miner here. Put you on coal. I've got 1 extra steel, which is perfect. I'm going to belt that into the iron miner. These belts, by the way, have filters. So we can specify what resources we want traveling on the belt and block other things. Right now, by default, I think it's set to just send everything. Make sure I pick the recipe I did. So these 2 miners are automatically going into the iron furnace. So I might name these. We'll see if this makes sense or not. This is going to be coal to iron furnace 1. But then I'm just going to get rid of this so we don't have to look at it anymore. Boom. I'm going to do the same thing with this guy. Iron to iron furnace 1. This may help us later, may not. But controlling the number of these dialogues that are up on the screen is kind of a big challenge. It's either a fun challenge or a frustrating challenge. I guess it depends on your personality. I have been intrigued with trying to figure out how to do it. Right now, this is nothing, but eventually, like I said, as we get to the higher tiers, there's like 30 different products to produce. And one furnace for iron isn't going to be enough eventually. So then you start stacking these things up and it's like, oh man, I can't see the map. All right, what's next? Enough of my babbling. We still producing steel? What's going on over here? Coal shortage. Let's bring coal there. We do not have coal coming into the... Oh, we might. No, we're good. We're good. Eventually, we're going to want to send iron into the steel furnace. Iron furnace into the steel furnace, yeah. But for now, we'll just drag these, because we're going to need iron for other things too. All right, so steel's being produced. Concrete's being produced. Our next challenge is going to be to make sure we can pipe water into the hub, I think, so that we can keep making concrete. Are you moving? This is so slow. No, you need coal. Oh man. Yeah, we need more coal. Even more coal. And our steel furnace needs coal too. That actually it might do next. Get this guy his own supply of coal. So we'll put a permanent coal miner here. And then a belt feeding it into our steel furnace. And then eventually we'll run a belt from the iron furnace to the steel furnace. And then that guy will be kind of self-sustaining. One more steel ingot. He's waiting on coal. Let's put 2 more nuggets over there. Iron furnace is waiting on coal too. The challenge, oh, I got to pick the recipe. That's the challenge there. I think I didn't. Did I pick it? Yeah, I did now. This resource isn't super rich, so we're probably going to have to put another coal mine here and then belt it so this guy gets some more coal into our iron furnace. We got our 5 steel ingots. Boom. I think we said we're going to do coal into the steel furnace. Permanent miner. Boom. I need 2 coal. I'm going to have to mine coal by hand. Here's 2 coal for that. One more steel ingot's going to get us the belt from this new coal mine into the steel furnace. That's what's next. Then maybe water pump. We'll see. You need to go into the hub and then I can belt. Simple conveyor. And then let's name this coal miner now. Or no, the new coal miner is here. Give you a recipe. We'll call this coal to steel furnace 1. Give that guy a name and then we're going to get rid of that dialogue. And just assume that we're not going to need to pull coal out of there manually. All the coal that's going to produce is going to go to the steel furnace, so it'll collect up here if we want to steal it. Next up, I think, is water pump. We can, or coal into the hub, actually. We need them both. Where's our hub? Hub's here. We got water nearby, 98% source of water. Steel furnace is still not getting enough coal. Man, did I do that right? These permanent miners are slow. Look at that little lump of coal slowly traveling. I'm zooming in as far as I can go. Do we want to ramp that up? Takes 2 coal per batch. For a steel ingot. Oh man. I'm going to hand mine some coal while I think about it. Their hub is H'ing for coal as well. We do have 9 concrete saved up at the hub. Yeah, the iron furnace and the steel furnace obviously need additional coal coming in. We're doing okay on the iron ingots, so I'm going to take this coal and drop it into the steel furnace. I'm going to need to mine a little bit of water for the hub so it can keep going on its concrete production. There's 10 bags of concrete in there. That's going to be useful to us, super useful to us. And I'm keeping my eye on the steel furnace on the right. I need 5 steel beams, 5 steel beams. And I'll probably do water going into the hub. All right, there's our 5th steel beam. Let's move some stuff around. Iron can go in there. This coal can go to the steel furnace. And we want to get water. We said we were going to do it right here. Water pump. 5 iron, 5 steel, 5 concrete. I need to move some of this iron actually into the hub so we can use it for building. Then we can put down our first water pump. How about, oh, what else do I need? The steel. I didn't move the steel over. Those need to go into the hub so we can build. And now, I got the right thing. Pump, boom. Got one extra steel ingot. Let's do a belt. Escape. 5 iron bars. We have just enough. And let's belt this water in. I'll just call this, whoops, got to pick a recipe. It's another step. Easy to forget. Let's call this water to hub. Then I can just forget about it. Don't need it on the screen. All right, what next? What next? What next? I'm okay dragging the limestone over and this coal over to the hub for now to keep concrete moving. It's going to start getting water on its own. Later, we're going to get faster belts. I think what we need to do to keep iron production up, and we're going to need tons of iron and tons of steel, is ramp up the coal production, maybe first into the iron smelter. That's this guy. Oops, that's the belt. This guy, the iron furnace, and we got a big coal deposit right there. Let's, yeah, as soon as we get more, 2 more iron beams, or 2 more steel beams, let's throw down another permanent coal mine and just get that belted in here. That iron can go over here. Definitely need more coal. Hand mine coal for a minute while we're waiting. Take these 2 and throw them in here. Okay, we got 5. Let's do it. I can move those over to the hub so we can build. And I need 5 iron now. Ooh, I'm gonna have to steal these. Sorry, fellas. Another miner. Boom, permanent miner. I've got another coal, but I'm going to need 5 iron before we can do the belt. But for now, you're going to do coal. I'll put you up here. You're eventually going to feed the iron furnace. For now, you're going to sit and wait. We need 5 iron ingots. Got 1 steel. I need 5 iron ingots and a steel to do my belt. Then I won't have to worry about this coal mine anymore. Drag this over here since we're looking for iron ingots. Yeah, this guy's waiting on iron ingots too. Our steel furnace is sitting idle. I guess, like I said, I can just mine coal while I'm sitting here. That's the thing we're most short on. You, and put this in here. Almost there. Need 2 more iron ingots. Throw that in there for now. All right, now we can make our belt. Boom, you go there. And then this miner becomes coal to iron furnace 1. Let's do it. Coal to iron furnace 1. I don't need to worry about you anymore. You're automated. Yeah, we burned through all the iron building. Let's throw this down here. Let this guy start making steel ingots. I think next is actually going to be more coal coming into our steel furnace. Guy should be much better, the iron furnace. Hopefully he doesn't starve out. Like our hub is starved out on a lot of stuff. He's making concrete still. We're up to 17 batches of concrete. Just want to scale things up here. Hey, what? Let's wrap this episode here. I think what I'm going to do between episodes, I'll get another coal mine going into our steel furnace. We'll still manually transfer the iron over for now. And then next episode, what do we want to get to? We can make concrete, but we don't have a factory to do it. This tech tree unlock just allows us to craft it in the hub, which we're doing. We got belts. We got the permanent furnace. We got water pumps. Coming up next is glass production. Glass recipe. I'm pretty sure this is in the furnace. And then we're going to discover a new resource, kind of like we did with the limestone. We're going to find sand. We can make glass. And this is going to cost us a lot. Oh man, maybe I'll do this between episodes too. save up 20 iron bars, 20 steel, and 20 concrete. Interestingly enough, we almost have the concrete. Just waiting on some water to come in. We may need to... Concrete. I think over here, look at the middle row of the tech tree. This factory is what's going to allow us to automate concrete production. In the meantime, we're stuck using the hub. But once we unlock the factory, kind of don't want a bunch of buildings pumping water and coal and limestone into the hub. I want them pumping that into a new factory building. So we'll work our way across the tech tree. Yeah, I think before I start next episode, I'll try to have these resources on hand. 20 iron bars. And steel and the concrete. And then we can try to at least get glass production going next episode. Yeah, not bad. We are in a tiny, we're in the very early stages here. It's kind of slow, but we've got some automation going, some automated structure going. We'll keep an eye on the iron furnace and see if this guy starves out on coal. We may need to throw in yet another coal mine on there. It looks like iron is holding pretty steady, but we'll see. And then for this guy, we'll keep an eye on him too. He may need more coal coming in. Then what we might do is set up another iron factory just to feed the steel mill. Because we're going to need iron for building throughout the game, and we're going to need steel throughout the game. Maybe that's something we work towards too, is getting another iron ingot production up and running. It's hard because we don't see a lot. I guess there's some iron over here. Quite a lot right there. We'll see. We will see. For now, though, that's it. This is Glidercat saying thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this series on HexFactory. Again, links in the description of where to find it. As I record this game is not available on Steam yet. Pretty cool, pretty challenging, a little slow to start. And we're going to see this GUI becomes a challenge later on, managing all these dialogues. But I think through good factory design, we might be able to overcome it. Right now, that's nothing. We have hardly any. But you'll see as we play on, it's going to become more of a challenge. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy this series. I want to thank Glidercat patrons and channel members, as always, for their support. Deeply, sincerely appreciated. And with that, I'll see you all in the next episode.